Hohnstein Castle is one of the largest and best preserved castle ruins in Germany and is located near Neustadt in the vicinity of Nordhausen in Thuringia. Location: the ruins are located on a high, rocky spur which today is covered in woods, about 1 kilometer northeast of the village of Neustadt on the southern edge of the Harz Mountains. History: Hohnstein Castle was built in the time of the Hohenstaufen-Guelph conflict for the throne. Its foundation is attributed to Konrad von Sangerhausen, a relative of the legendary Thuringian Count Louis the Springer. The Counts of Hohnstein, together with the Counts of Illerfeld who had married into them, inherited the lordship of the South Harz from Konrad. The newly founded dynasty of the Hohnstein-Illerfeld Counts introduced the family Christian name Elga, and chose Hohnstein Castle as the family seat. The modest Ilberg in nearby Ilfeld was probably abandoned at this point in time. The first mention of Hohnstein Castle was in 1202. Like the Thuringian landgraves, the Hohnstein clan rapidly amassed a considerable amount of territory, which included the regions around Arnstadt and Gotha in the Thuringian basin. The first boom period for the family during the 13th century was followed by a loss of importance when, in 1315, the estate was divided between several family lines. Hohnstein Castle soon became militarily outdated. In 1380 it was captured for the first time and then again in 1412 during a family dispute which degenerated into the so-called Flegler War, during the course of which the Hohnstein counts lost the family castle. During the Peasants' War, Hohnstein was still seen as a secure fortification and was therefore selected by the abbot of Ilfeld Abbey to protect himself and the abbey treasure, whilst the Counts of Hohnstein saw out the end of the reign at Lehre Castle. Hohnstein Castle was sold into the possession of the Counts of Stolberg, who modernized the fort militarily and structurally at great expense and turned it into a typical Renaissance schloss. During this period it became one of the largest castles in the Harz. During the 30 Years' War, however, Hohnstein Castle was destroyed by fire, having been requisitioned in 1627 by an imperial officer, Colonel du Ver. Troops from the electorate of Saxony under Lieutenant Colonel Witzstum von Eckstedt stormed the castle and drove out the imperial forces. Because Witzstum knew that he could not hold the castle for any length of time, he placed the Counts of Stolberg under pressure so that he could extort money from them in return for handing it over. The Stolbergs could not meet this ultimatum, so Witzstum had his soldiers set fire to the already heavily plundered castle on Christmas Eve of 1627. According to tradition, Witzstum knew how to foil every attempt by guards on duty to put the fires out. Only a few usable remnants could be recovered from the blackened ruins following the withdrawal of Witzstum's troops. These included the clock from the castle chapel and the altar of the palace chapel. In the course of the following decades and centuries, the castle ruins continued to decay. In 1908 an inn was built below the ruins. After 1990, safety and restoration work on the castle ruins was started. In Easter 2001 the castle was once again reoccupied. Site: the ruins of Hohnstein Castle may be visited without a guide. It has a checkpoint on the Harzer Wanderner hiking trail network by the cafe just beyond the gateway.